away, so cans on.
Yep.
Just do one. Oh,
Yep. Cans are on. Hello, Dean.
Hello.
Good, good, good.
Lovely to see you on Saturday, Friday.
Good afternoon and welcome to round 5 action of the Women's National Championship, coming to you live on Sky Sport Next. We're at Medill's Farm in Kohimaramara, Auckland, for this one between Eastern Suburbs and Southern United. Well, both teams are coming off wins in round 4. Suburbs beating Northern Rovers 5-2 and Southern getting a clean sheet 3-0 against Central. Joining me this afternoon in commentary is former football fan Maya Jackman. And Maya, Two teams now coming off 2 wins. It should be an exciting game.
Yeah, I think it'll be a tough game actually for Southern. They're missing a few key players. They're away for various reasons, either injury or exams, or and very key players as well. So, travelling, missing a few key players, and I think Eastern Suburbs will be very confident. They haven't lost a game yet.
Well, let's just look at all the round 5 actions so far played this weekend. Northern Rovers too strong for Canterbury United down in Christchurch, running out 4-1 winners there. A goal fest in Capital Football in Auckland United, 8 goals in that one. They're sharing the points, 4 goals apiece. This afternoon, obviously Eastern Suburbs, and then Central and Capital Football, Western Springs, beg your pardon, going live our other game this afternoon. In round 5 action. We see a quick look at the table here. We see Eastern Suburbs, Western Springs unbeaten at the top of the table there. Northern Rovers and Canterbury United keeping in check. Southern United, as you said, Maya coming off a couple of wins and a good win last week. Auckland United, Capital and Central yet to register a point. Well, as Maya alluded to, the Southern team has been decimated with a number of players unavailable this afternoon. Notably, Margie Diaz scored 2 goals already this season. She's not here this afternoon. Tony Power, Kelsey Kennard, Hannah Mackay and Samantha Woolley along the back for Southern United. Looked for Rose Morton there to help solidify things in the midfield. Jessica Fuller leading the line up front for Southern United. Well, Eastern Suburbs, as you said, Maya, haven't lost a game. 4 wins out of 4 so far this season. They come into this afternoon's game with a very strong squad. Obviously, no Olivia Page or Zoe Benson away with the under-17 New Zealand team at the World Cup in India at the moment, but look to the likes of Devon Jackson, 5 goals for her already this season. Taylor O'Brien, their outstanding striker, she's got 8 goals. Juliet Lewis, obviously the front line for Eastern Suburbs, Maya. Juliet's got 3 goals, so do you think it's going to be a pretty tough afternoon for the Southern United defence? Yeah,
they're going to have to watch the front runners of Eastern Suburbs and the midfield as well. They move so well together, and the Suburbs is going to have to really make sure they're not ball watching, keep tight to their players, and keep things pretty simple in attack and defence. So, not having Kennedy Bryant, who was a really good addition for them last week. She's out with COVID. Sarah Morton, Rose Morton's older, funnier sister, she reckons. She's out with an MCL sprain. Emily Morrison, who was down in that first game against Western Springs, she's a big loss for Southern as well. And as you said, Margie Diaz, she's got some exams, prioritising those. So they're a little bit thin on the ground, but we'll see what they can do. So football's a funny game.
Yeah, absolutely, Maya. Look, the officials today, Beth Rattray leading the game this afternoon with the help of Stephen Merriman, Charlie Singh and Samuel Clement, the 4th official. So Eastern Suburbs, the Lily Whites, as they're well known, all white. Obviously Southern United, all blue for this afternoon. Near picture perfect day here in the city of Sales, Medill's Farm and Korimaramara. You'll see just a slight breeze from left to right. So looking likely that Southern will have the advantage of the breeze in your back, and Maya, that can sometimes work as a disadvantage, can it? Yeah,
sometimes you hit those balls a little bit too hard. It's Eastern Suburbs ground. They'll be used to you don't see much around that field, so that wind can whip through down there. I've played a few times down there. Have you played down there?
A few times.
It's a good ground to play on, but having the wind behind you can be good or bad depending, and vice versa. When you've got that wind into you, it can be hard yakka.
Well, the 2 captains doing the formalities there. Rebecca Van Dort, ever present for Suburbs at the back, and number 2 Rose Morton, who's going to essentially sit in that 6 role. Defensive midfielder. She'll have 4 players in front of her: Jasmine Prince, Chelsea Whittaker, Abby Rankin and Gemma Wilson. So very defensive kind of lineup. I know you look at formations and they change throughout the course of the match too, don't they, Maya? But Jessica Fuller's going to be leading the line, possibly looking likely to be the sole striker at the moment. in terms of how they're lining up.
Yeah, it is quite a defensive look, but not surprising really. But as you said, once the ball kicks off, those shapes can change depending on what's happening on the field, and it's up to the players sometimes to make those decisions. It can't always be the coach, to play what they see and move as they see fit.
Well, we're just waiting for the wind's got I think one of the boardings around the side of the pitch behind the Eastern Suburbs goal. I think we're just waiting for that to be secured.
Yeah, you don't want that flipping on the field, do you? You can see those players' shirts are rippling in the wind there.
The other thing obviously is quite significant with Medill's Farm too, and how the club is set up there, Maya, and as well, there's a boat club right next to the club rooms, and the driveway to the boat club comes along the pitch, so sometimes you get these big boats coming in, people are trying to watch the game, and it's just the setup of the club down there at Medill. So we're underway here. There's round 5 action. Eastern Suburbs going from left to right on your screen.
And Mackay Wright using that wind.
Taylor O'Brien quickly into the thick of things for Suburbs. Erin Wong now. She'll be hugging this touchline for most of the game. Loves to get forward, Erin Wong.
Isaria Blacklow, I think this will be her first start for Eastern Suburbs. Normally comes on as a substitution, so she's in place of Ella Findlay today.
Brooke Bennett sending that one long as we see the wind catching that ball as it finds its way to Kate Hannay in goal for Southern.
Used to play for Western Springs, Hannay. It's down in Dunedin doing medicine, so good brains and good hands. You need good hands if you're, well, it depends if she wants to be a surgeon.
Tony Power finding Jessica Fuller. Chelsea Whitaker, a lot of time to turn. Again, looking for Fuller up front. Suburbs able to clear that danger. Jessica Fuller will be a handful for Rachel Head, Rebecca Van Dort, won't she, Maya? Very physical.
Yeah. Then that's what they need to do. That's what they need to use.
Do you think
use
it'll be more of a direct game from Southern? Do you think they'll try and get the ball forward as quickly as possible just to get Suburbs turning?
Perhaps. I mean, they're playing pretty short at the moment, but just a couple of minutes in, both teams are just finding their feet.
Amy Atkins there wide on the left for the Eastern Suburbs. See Yoshida, Saki Yoshida, already a goal to her name so far this season. Very competent in that central midfield role, sort of just sitting in front of the defence. Juliet Lucas unable to find Amy Atkins. Southern making good road into the middle of the park. Abby Rankin. Suburbs able to just put their foot on the ball and just calm things down a bit. Good touch from Atkins, finding O'Brien. Suburbs quite happy to be patient in their build-up. Again, looking for Fuller up front to help things on. She finds the feet. Jasmine Prince. Devon Jackson now. Juliet Lewis just couldn't bring it under control. Lucas again.
Turn and a shot from her, just wide of the goal. Easy for Hannay.
There certainly is a strong breeze this afternoon at Medill's Farm. See that one just holding up in the wind, that goal kick from Kate Hannay. Here in a Wong. Rachel Ward providing the angle. Brooke Bennett's I mean, seen her a couple of times this season already, Maya, and she's very confident with her feet. Brooke Bennett, quite happy to you know, allow one of either Rachel Ward or Rebecca Van Dort to push in midfield when they feel comfortable, when they've got time, and she's able to act as I guess a third stopper at the back when they have possession. Here's Southern United, rare foray so far into the attacking third. Jasmine Prince, 2 goals to her name already this season.
Yeah, Jasmine Prince has a lot of speed on her, so if they can get her facing forward.
Yeah, perhaps playing off Jessica Fuller.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jessica Fuller, she's the under-18 coach of the Southern under-18 National Youth League team.
Tony Power now with a bit of time. Kelsey Kennard provides the angle and the support. Looking long over the top for Jasmine Prince.
Nice little ball through. Would have liked to have seen Prince sort of put pressure on Van Dort back there and make her do something a little bit more with that ball. However, they have got a throw-in their attacking third.
Tony Power now looking for support down the line for Abby Rankin. And they get a corner, Southern. So the first corner for the afternoon to go to the Southerners. So this is a tactic here, maybe Maya, that you've got your probably one of the tallest players taking the corner. And Jessica Fuller.
Maybe her strength is
Set pieces.
Set
She does
piece.
whip it in. It looks like a good free. And it's a good header from...
Hannah Mackay right. She managed to get a head on that, but
Well, like the first chance falling to Southern.
oh no,
23,
that was
Gemma
just
Wilson. A lot of space right into the hands of Brooke Bennett, however, but good set piece. Great delivery from Jessica Fuller. That's why she's
That's
probably
why,
on
yeah.
corners. Maya.
Jackson turns nicely, finds O'Brien. Southern Suburbs regain that.
Wilfred Carroll now. Just to steady things in the middle of the park for Suburbs. Nice ball. Looking for Lucas. Again, too strong for the Lily Whites. In terms of the pace of the ball forward, possibly too straight as well.
Erin Wong, architect, back on her usual right hand side.
Yoshida with letting that one run, trying to get it on the other side.
Aria Blackler coming in to take the throw in. Nicely controlled by Devon Jackson.
Wong now finds Yoshida, unable to control that one. In the middle of Charlotte Wilfred Carroll now. Bit of room for Amy Atkins to take on Tony Power. Power does really well there. Keeps possession.
Yeah, she's a strong player, Tony Power. Appropriate name then.
Blackler stepping well.
Jackson O'Brien. It's a little 1-2 there. Looking for support for Jackson. Yoshida just barreled off the ball a little bit there.
Yeah, good pressure from Chelsea Whitaker. Ball's bouncing. Who's gone top? Taylor O'Brien is looking to shoot. She's trying to wriggle for some room. Ball's just not falling for her at the moment. A lot of people in and around that box for Southern as well. Or just perhaps could have taken another touch. Rose Morton, and a shot from out wide.
Yeah, it was well defended by Southern and played into Rose Morton. Probably wanted to turn out and play out to the right-hand side.
She had a bit of time to take an extra touch, and it was Wilfred Carroll. That shot from distance, you can see the wind behind, actually getting behind that ball. That shot from Charlotte Wilfred Carroll, straight down the middle. Kate Hannay well placed to gather that one in. Wilfred Carroll again busy. The opening 10 minutes here for the Lily Whites. Amy Atkins looking for O'Brien. Great touch, looking to turn. Taylor O'Brien, she does. Deflection. Well, that one could have gone anywhere, and it has gone out for a corner for Eastern Suburbs, but you see the danger there of Taylor O'Brien, Maya.
Yep, when she faces forward, that was going in. So that was a good defending there.
It was Kelsey Kenner that got her body in the way.
Yeah, she's a very experienced defender, so she probably knows where to be. Over 200 games.
Jackson now looking for the far post. Yoshida with the free header. Taylor couldn't. O'Brien, and it was Juliet Lucas smashing that one home from close distance for Suburbs. Well, Southern United couldn't get that one clear. It was Yoshida at the far post. Juliet Lucas, I think to her 3 goals already this season. We see Yoshida coming in at the far post. Taylor O'Brien had a crack in it. And in the end, Juliet Lucas just said, leave it to me, and smashes it into the back of the net.
That's what you want from your striker, isn't it? Just in and around the box in a set play, if they're not right in it to begin with. She's on the edge of the box, waiting for something really great to come her way.
Yeah, absolutely what she wanted to do there. We'll just mash it, right? Just try and burst the back of the net. Gave Hannay virtually no chance with that one. We're tight 1-0 here at Medill's Farm. Suburbs with the early advantage after just inside 12 minutes.
Wilson able to keep that in, but taken over by Erin Wong. Rose Morton on the ball, looking wide.
Power now. Not on that occasion.
Jackson.
Fortuitous left to Jackson. Amy Atkins now. Hannah Mackay-Wright has gone out to cover Tony Power, who's been caught forward. Right, looking for a 1-2. Or Wilfred Carroll was looking for it, but I think Amy Atkins didn't read that one.
Hannay asking her team to tuck in.
Chelsea Whittaker with pressure from Yoshida. Taylor O'Brien, pressure on Kelsey Kennard. Really tight down there for Southern United. They concede a throw in right in the corner. Erin Wong. Wong now, or misplaced pass, looking for Wilfred Carroll. Just not able to keep possession when they play out from the back, are they? Southern United.
No, they're trying to play out, which is great, trying to keep possession and not go long and lose the ball and be on defence again, but it's just those passes are not quite getting to their players, and Eastern Suburbs are really on their toes in that defensive mode and getting on to the ball quicker.
Woolley now. Whittaker running into trouble. Wong and Yoshida combining well, calm and composed. Another Yoshida. Van Dort now. Atkins looking to cut inside. She does well, Amy Atkins. Down the line for Juliet Lucas to run onto it. But again, that wind just gets in behind it and puts an extra, bit of pace on the ball. And it's well to find Gemma Wilson, but ball went out for a throw-in. Fuller now working back, holding the ball up well. Kennard finding Morton in the middle of the park. Morton again.
Good support there by Morton.
They're just playing the ball. Well, Suburbs are forcing them back, aren't they? They really haven't been able to find those passing channels to get the ball forward. Southern. Bit of space now. Whitaker. Blackler does well to come out of her line and read that one well.
Erin Wong coming down the wing. Held up there, but O'Brien back on the ball. They'll recycle this. Just happy to keep possession there on their half. Rachel Head will collect this.
Yoshida, no pressure on the ball from Southern. I mean, that's dangerous, isn't it, when you've got players like Yoshida and Wilfred Carroll with time on the ball can actually start to pick out passes and play through the lines of the Southern midfield. You really need to close them down, Maya, don't you?
Yeah, we need to. The Southern need to push their defence up and put some pressure on with those 4 players that they have up the top. To make sure that Suburbs can't make those good passes.
Just to cut out those options, right? I mean, force them back. Wilfred Carroll. Van Dort able just to turn and find Blackler now with a lot of space in front of her. Finds the feet of Jackson. Picking passes at will now, Suburbs. 1-2, nice play with her and Lucas. O'Brien also mobile up front looking for the ball.
Yeah, in between lines there, they're picking up the ball and Southern aren't putting any pressure on them.
That's right, yeah. Carroll now. Good ball speed from the Lily Whites. Blackler. All the way back to Brooke Bennett now. Suburbs. The chance for Southern to push players up now. And they've turned it over. But another misplaced pass out of the back from Samantha Woolley.
Yeah, Southern need to be really good in their position. Make sure they hold that ball up if they don't have any support. Well, try not to make a miracle pass.
Yeah, all the time in the world, don't they? Erin Wong, Yoshida and Blackler, they're combining well. Looking over the top for Taylor O'Brien. She's dangerous when she's running onto the ball. Looking inside for Lucas. Hannah Mackay-Wright was right place, right time. But again, Blackler reads the ball, reads the play really, really well. She steps just at the right time, which is a good sign for a defender. Just stepping into that line, being able to intercept that forward pass.
Yeah, apparently made a lot of improvements in the last few months as a centre back and has been rewarded with a starting position today. And as you said, Harry, picks out some great passes, has some good vision, knows when to cut out. a pass as well. O'Brien.
Yeah, trying to conjure a shot from about 25 yards. Taylor O'Brien. Oh, lovely play from Jessica Fuller.
Wilson. Woolley in possession. Just not quite getting that pass through to Fuller.
They did really well there, didn't they? Fuller found, I think it was Jasmine Prince, but just not able to bring the ball under control. But perhaps that's a ploy to try and get the ball forward a lot quicker. Instead of those, I guess, they're trying to sort of play out from the back, which is fantastic, which is great to see. But they're just not moving the Suburbs players around. I mean, ball speed obviously is a key ingredient for that.
Yeah, great intentions.
Prince working hard at the back. Looking for Fuller up front. Oh, and here's a chance for Gemma Wilson, but Erin Wong was all over it. Suburbs able just to control the tempo again. 20 minutes gone here. Round 5 action of the Women's National Championship. Suburbs, the only goal of the game. Southern working hard, trying to find some space. It's Morton now. Nice ball into Fuller. She's closed down by Blackler. Just not able to find that last pass forward, are they, Southern?
Yes, Fuller's had to drop in, and so Abby Rankin is pushed up. Not quite able to find her goal scorer last week. Captain Central last year in the National Women's League. Abby Rankin.
Quick throw on the right-hand side for Power. She looks to go past Amy Atkins, but Atkins does extremely well, but then gives the ball away to Morton. Again, a lofted pass looking for Jessica Fuller. Just outside the box for Whittaker, looking for a 1-2 from Fuller. She turns, but turns into Van Dort. Suburbs able to just control the tempo of the game out of the back. And that player there, obviously key to that, Yoshida. Great technique. Good composure on the ball.
Lovely one-touch football with Eastern Suburbs. Moving that ball quickly, not allowing Southern to set up in any way. As Wong not quite able to get on the end of that pass.
Whittaker not able to control that one. Devon Jackson onto the loose ball, finding O'Brien. Taylor O'Brien looking for Amy Atkins now. She wasn't too far away from Amy Atkins. Just looking for that near post strike. She connects well with it. It's a clean strike, but way off target from Amy Atkins. She's causing down that left-hand side for Southern United quite a bit of problems with Tony Power getting caught forward. O'Brien now able to turn, finds Wong. First time cross. Hannah all over that one. I think Stephen Hoyle be reasonably happy with the way things are going. Maya, I mean, 20 odd minutes in, 1 goal up, sort of dominating possession. Do you think he'd be, I guess, looking to press on a lot quicker than they are and try and score that second goal?
Yeah, I'm sure he'd be happy with where they're at. They're playing some really good football, finding some really good, like that one Yoshida through to Lucas. Now I've got Jackson. What can she do? Can she beat her defender? Well defended there by Tony Power. but he'll probably be asking them to be a little bit more clinical in the
more ruthless.
in the attacking third.
O'Brien now looking for Jackson.
Those two combine so well together.
Southern able to scramble that one clear. Again, Fuller doing well. Jessica Fuller, but
She's
Van Dort
very deep,
up
isn't
to
she?
the challenge. Yeah, she is, isn't she?
If she's their front target, but hopefully someone will
Running in behind.
take that place for her if she's had to drop in. Otherwise, there's no one up there.
Well, we're looking at a replay there of what may have been a handball, but it clearly came off kind of the head or face of Tony Power. Well, Maya, you've had an extremely busy week, haven't you? Gone from former football fern, from football to obviously physiotherapist, and now you're an author.
I am. I don't know how that happened. No.
Tell us a little bit about Murdering Middle Age.
Yeah, myself and another former football fern, Michelle Cox, have put out a book released on Thursday about how to get through middle age for women. Good read for men, though, I'm sure, figuring out what the heck's going on with their women. Yeah, I bought it in.
No, that's fantastic stuff. I mean, the launch was just this week gone by, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, it was great day. Shot there by, ooh, that was Lucas again.
Lucas.
Just a little bit high on that one.
As you said, look, they were queuing up, weren't they, Yoshida and Lucas?
Oh, it's great. There's great power behind it. Just a little bit off target.
You can see once they connect that just, I mean, you saw it with Amy Atkins a few minutes ago, the ball, the wind behind the ball.
It's like a rocket.
Just rocket, yeah.
I'm so glad I wasn't a keeper.
They're a different breed, aren't they?
They are. They'll say that too, though, I mean, anyone that comes rushing at a ball, face and hands first.
Yeah, well, Hannah just sort of venturing onto the, see in the background there, the
Just going
game of
farming.
cricket there for
Farming at Medill's farm.
just hugging the boundary. Kate Hannah.
Might give them a bit of a breather, both teams. These two blokes chatting at the back might make themselves useful.
Wish I might get a word down to the guys behind the goal, shall we? Just ball boys for the afternoon. Van Dort just over the halfway line now.
Wilfred Carroll flicking that over the top. Yoshida finding O'Brien. O'Brien happy to go back and keep possession.
Oh, bit of skill from Amy Atkins. Marvellous piece of skill just to go past Tony Power.
Showing her futsal skills. Futsal player.
Well, we have a player just gone down, is it? Rose Morton.
No, I think it might be... Who's that?
Jasmine Prince.
Yes.
Yeah, just signalling that she's okay.
Saying thumbs up, don't need the physio. That way they don't have to come off. And once the physio's on and that player's okay, they have to come off.
You've got the physio handbook, don't you?
I do, yes. Get off. I'm on, you get off. O'Brien, Blackler. Tries to pick out Lucas.
She's almost acted as a second six, has she?
Mm.
Blackler, she stepped well and stepped into the middle of the park, and Yoshida's actually getting herself forward quite a bit as well. Wilson dispossessed. Nirina Wong there to tidy up for Suburbs.
I think Yoshida, the plan was to get her more forward today and have Wilfred Carroll sit in that holding role, just to add a little bit more firepower, a little bit more movement through the midfield.
Blackler stepping into that midfield role as we talked about. Ward head now able to bring the ball forward.
She's off for a run.
Yeah,
See if
Southern
she
are
can
just
get it
sitting
back.
right back, aren't they? Look at this.
Wilfred Carroll finding Rachel Head, who's gone for a wee bit of a run.
It can be difficult as a, as a attacking team if, obviously Southern at the moment are stacking that defensive line, 2 blocks of 4 more or less, and sitting right back. And at times it can be congested in and around that area to try and, you need to try and pull those defenders out of line a little bit. But at the moment, Southern are, again, Fuller back doing some work in the middle of the park. Whitaker now with a bit of space. Closed down quickly by Blackler. She's had a good game for the Lily Whites. 30 minutes gone here at Medill's Farm. Jackson. Got Lucas to her left. O'Brien to her right. Chooses to shoot Devon Jackson.
Picked up by Prince Whitaker. Just holding on to that ball a wee bit too long, isn't she, Whitaker?
Yeah, just that extra touch, wasn't it?
Just the touch before is probably where it needs to go. Depends what she's seen, though, in front of her. Has she seen someone soon enough?
Willie now. She'll look to clear her lines and try and get this one forward, looking for Fuller. It's a bit short for her, though. Again, Suburbs able to clean up the scraps and recycle possession. Great one too, O'Brien and Atkins. No free kick, Beth Rattray says. But Yoshida again picks up the loose ball. Devon Jackson dispossessed. Wilfred Carroll gets a toe in there and I think's injured herself at the same time.
I think so. Kind of got stuck on the grass a little bit there, I think, as she charged forward for that ball. A little bit of good feet by Jackson, but
She just stubbed her foot, didn't she? Or
yeah, she wasn't quite ready, and so she was a little bit too far away from that ball.
see here.
Well, it could be knee. Yeah, it looks like knee.
Give us your physio, your medical opinion. What goes on here, Maya?
Well,
What's the first test that you kind of do?
You put the magic water
Magic
on,
water,
see?
yeah.
Magic water, have a chat, calm them down a wee bit, and then ask them where their pain is, what they're feeling, what did they feel at the time, did something move, did something pop, do you just need a rest?
Yeah, it might be just need a rest, I think.
But she looks to be moving okay, jumping up and down, seeing if that's going to be able to take anything. But as we said, she's going to have to pop off. Yeah, looks to be moving okay, which is great to see. Might have just been a good knee into the ground. That'll hurt later though, from experience.
Bit of water and an ice pack.
Yeah.
After the game. Well, certainly the breeze certainly hasn't come down here at Medill's Farm. You can see just in the top of your screen there how strong it is against those flags. It is quite open here down at Kohimaramara. You've got the Tamaki Drive and the beach, about 200 metres from Medill, so it's a beautiful location.
You've got that harbour breeze coming off it, don't you?
Absolutely.
Blackler, good ball through to O'Brien, just couldn't hold on to it. Dispossessed by Prince. O'Brien again, finding Wilfred Carroll, who's back on. And again, where are those blokes?
The ball boys.
Where are they?
Come on, guys.
Come on, blokes.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Oh, there he is. He's looking.
He's moving.
Oh, there he goes.
Good
Shall
job.
Shall I? He's not in a hurry, so he must be a Southern supporter. Here we see the Breeze just holding that one up again. Jessica Carroll doing well to hold off Blackler. And Suburbs come away with the loose ball again. Blackler able to find the feet of Wilfred Carroll. Good first touch again from Suburbs.
I have to move it out of there. I think it's getting a bit too congested. Southern, too many
Yoshida,
players around.
Jackson, yeah, they are, absolutely. Wilfred Carroll now finding some space for Van Dort. A lot of space in front of her to get forward.
She finds Atkins. What can Atkins do? Some tidy footwork. Just getting away from her there. Dispossessed.
Good battle down on that side between Amy Atkins and Tony Power this afternoon. You can quite evidently see the futsal skills
Yeah, of Amy Atkins.
possessing, yeah.
Good foot in there. Otherwise, that was going to Yoshida.
Offside there from Atkins along the line.
Yeah, the coach of one of those teams.
Well, Suburbs, obviously without Olivia Page, as we talked about, and Zoe Benson with the Under-17 World Cup squad in India, Maya, and they had an unfortunate result
Yes.
just recently too, 4-0 loss to Nigeria. As we see it's Fuller, Jessica Fuller going distance, trying to catch Brooke Bennett, but obviously just held up in the wind. But yeah, unfortunate for Leon Burney and the Under-17s right after that 3-1 loss to Chile a couple of days ago, 4-0 loss to Nigeria.
Yes, and then I think Germany.
And Germany
beat
on the 18th. Yep.
But yeah, they beat Chile 6-0, so it's not looking like an easy road for the young football ferns final game. They won't make it to the bronze medal matches like their counterparts in 2018, unfortunately.
Football ferns also in action next month. 2 games against Republic of Korea in Christchurch, November the 12th is the first game. Followed up 3 days later on the 15th with the second game. So great to get, if you're in Christchurch. I know Christchurch is not one of the host cities for the World Cup, are they? But
no, so it's lovely for them to get
a couple of games.
It is, yeah. And then Waikato will see them in February against Portugal.
Right.
Yeah.
There's that playoff tournament for the last 3 spots for the World Cup being played in New Zealand. I think mid-February. I think Waikato Stadium and North Harbour Stadium are the 2 host venues for that playoff, or those playoff games. Sorry. Or that looks unfortunate for Taylor O'Brien.
It's not. There's a very painful yelling coming from O'Brien, which is very unfortunate. This will be a big loss for.
She does look like she's in pain.
For the team and for Taylor herself, having such a stellar season so far. Let's hope it's nothing too serious.
We see the replay here.
Oh, yeah, that's a knee. Just sort of got twisted up on her defender.
Samantha Woolley, for Southern.
And you just see her knee buckle a wee bit there, and a good scream as she came down. It's never a good sign.
So it's unfortunate for Taylor O'Brien, as you said. She's having a super season so far. 8 goals already. But unfortunately, this doesn't look too flash for her at the moment. Yeah, we'll give the physio there doing, like, looking at strapping at the moment by the looks of things there, Maya.
Yeah, so he'll be wanting just to compress that.
Well, let's take a look at the goal separating these two sides at the moment. This is a corner for Suburbs. Now lashed by Taylor O'Brien, and Juliet Lucas was there to smash it home, giving Kate Hannay no chance in the southern goal.
Here's a lovely corner in by Devon Jackson, and not quite connected with Yoshida.
Well, let's just see how Taylor O'Brien is. She's up at the moment, or
Look, I don't think she'll be able to come back on. It looks pretty rough.
the physio has had some strapping there,
Yeah,
and that's
so
an indication that they're strapping it to see how she goes. But okay, it looks like her ankle, Maya.
Yeah, ankle, yeah.
Is that magic water, maybe? Looks like she is going to come off and then go back on by the looks of things.
So Nicole Meetham just waiting to see confirmation on whether she'll be coming on or not.
Is that magic water? The combination
honestly,
of magic
you
tape.
should see what we put in it. It's a secret worldwide.
Yeah, well, well.
She's walking okay.
Yeah, she looks okay, doesn't she? I think she might have a go, at least try and get to half time and assess while they're in the sheds potentially.
A little bit ginger there, and
But I think why, for someone of her importance to the squad and to the team, would you half time and possibly make a change and just let her
yeah, I would
get treatment and look after that ankle?
I would override the players' feelings around wanting to stay on,
yep.
because you always want to stay on. You don't want to come off.
There's always a chance she could, make it worse, right?
Exactly.
Wong now. Yoshida. All dispossessed by Morton.
He's a nuggety little player. Morton, been to practically every underage group New Zealand team she's been in.
Very experienced then. Oh, great ball for Power. Great shot there from Tony Power. Brooke Bennett able to regather that on the second.
Jeez, if it had been at the other end, Harry, it might have been a little bit different with the wind.
The wind, yeah. See Whitaker ball there.
Yep.
Tony Power with a great strike. And
she loves to get forward, Tony Power, sorry. Very attacking-minded fullback.
That's better from Southern, isn't it?
Yeah.
Those overlapping runs, getting the Lily White's defenders running towards their own goal. Brooke Bennett, right place, right time. Devon looking for Wong over the top, but that one just too strong for Erina Wong.
There's our ball boys and girls over there. Diversity, Harry, these days. Age is not a thing.
100%. 100%. Jessica Fuller again coming deep to collect the ball. She's done ever so well. And again, Taylor O'Brien read that one into Whitaker.
So Taylor O'Brien's back on.
Blackler now.
Rachel Head just driving forward, but dispossessed there by Prince.
Taylor O'Brien working hard back in the middle of the park for Suburbs.
Power. Mackay Wright driving it down the right-hand side. Picked up by Van Dort. And O'Brien right back there. Nice to see her back on. Blackler just taking her time. That's where Southern perhaps needs to put a little bit more pressure on. They've won back the ball. Morton has it with Woolley now. Looks for Whitaker
Play by
onto
Whitaker.
Morton.
Yeah, nice bit of play by Southern to keep the ball. Tight area. What can they do with it now? Anna Mackay Wright.
Speaking of under-17s, Mackay Wright was a key player in the under-17s bronze winning team in 2018.
Gee, that was a fantastic campaign, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
And elite saving penalties and scoring penalties.
That's right.
No?
How good was that?
She just had an epic debut for Aston Villa a couple of weeks ago, saving 2 penalties as well.
Yeah, it's becoming her trademark, isn't it? So 4 minutes of extra time added to this first half, with a couple of injuries in this first half, adding that extra time on. Wilfred Carroll, Van Dorp getting that out of her feet through to Rebecca Head.
Southern have done, they've stepped it up, haven't they? They've done okay the last sort of 10 minutes since that, I guess that stoppage in play for O'Brien a few moments ago. They've got a lot closer to the Suburbs players in the middle of the park, and they've been able to obviously get that chance on goal we saw earlier from Tony Power. Yeah,
they've just taken over their momentum a little bit here and there, and took the sting out of Eastern Suburbs with O'Brien going down. It's nice bit of pressure there. That's what they need to do, just to hurry them up a little bit and get things going, see if they make a mistake.
Yeah, O'Brien's dropping a lot deeper now.
That's a little bit better from Southern, yeah. She probably can't attack as well as she would like. A little bit of a tweaky ankle, perhaps.
She seems to be moving quite freely. She's down on the bottom of your screen, number 8 for Suburbs. Blackler always available. Some nice ball finding. Jackson now. Van Dort's pushed out up here. You got Atkins out wide looking for the pass. First time cross from Amy Atkins. Well, she was looking at the far post for Erin Wong, but that one just got a gust of wind.
I like the build-up from...
cross.
Sorry, Harry. I like the build-up from Aria Blackler at the back there. She's done that a few times. Just picked out her pass, and it's opened up play a little bit for something else to happen up front.
Bit of a wayward goal kick there from Kate Hannay. Into time added on in the first half here at Medill's Farm. Eastern Suburbs and Southern United. Round 5 of the National Women's Championship. That one holding up in the wind again. Yoshida first to it and able to get it under control, as they've done for most of the afternoon. Eastern Suburbs just quite happy to make the pitch bigger, particularly in their own third, and use the ball well up across their back line.
Yeah, Southern pressing a little bit more now. Their 2 banks of 4 higher up, but their backs were a little bit of a gap between them.
Juliet Lucas just nearly found Taylor O'Brien there, moving forward. Wilson.
That's it. Nice feet there by Wilson. And Prince on the ball now. What can she do?
Ooh. Just couldn't get enough purchase on that one, Jasmine Prince, and directed onto goal. But again, nonetheless, a well-worked chance from Southern. See that one, just letting her run it past her body. At a turn of pace to get past Van Dort. But from that sort of angle, not able to get it on target.
Nice dummy throw in there by Morton. Has to put up with her older sister this year in the squad. Last time they played together was at the 2018 under-20s. So they're back in action together, which is always lovely. Great pair of people, those two, the Mortons. Blimmin' funny. Always having a good laugh, those two.
Well, Beth Rattray does say enough is enough, guys, for the first half. Half-time here at Medill Park, round 5 action. It's Eastern Suburbs 1, Southern United 0. We'll be back right after this. Happened yesterday. This was all the action from Shepherds Park between Birkenhead United and Auckland City. It was Sam Burfoot for Birkenhead that set the home side off 1-0 up. Had quite a bit of pressure, did Birkenhead, in the first half. Looping header there from Ryan De Vries for Auckland City. Chances very few and far between for Auckland City, and this was the second goal for Birkenhead. Again, Burfoot involved, and Nick Forrester, central defender, Johnny on the spot there just to help that one across the line. And it was all Birkenhead at 2-0 at that stage. It was a very entertaining game between these two sides. Both unbeaten here so far. Sam Brotherton putting Auckland City well within the game inside the last 10 minutes. There was a red card to Cam Harrison also. And then this man, super sub, Emiliano Tade, smashed the equaliser in the dying stages of this one at Shepherds Park to give Auckland City a point against Birkenhead United. Both those teams currently sitting at the top of the standings with that draw. And this was the second game this afternoon, yesterday afternoon, Auckland United against Christchurch United. Jordan Spain earlier, Reg Marathi with that header from the near post. This one also was a very entertaining game as well. Ribi here with a shot. But Jordan Spain and Marathi on that right-hand side had a very good game, both those players. Again, it was Kamata here, the Japanese player, putting Auckland United ahead with that nice finish on the left-hand side. Ed Wilkinson has been the man for Christchurch United for the large part of this season and the regional season as well, and he just smashed that equaliser from quite an acute angle again to rescue a point for Christchurch United. That one finishing 1-1 at Keith Hay Park. Well, all the results from the action in the National League Championship. Birkenhead United, we saw that 2-2 draw against Auckland City. Those two sitting top of the table. Napier City Rovers and Miramar Rangers also. That one was 2-1 at half-time to Napier City, so Miramar earning their first points of the campaign. And then Auckland United we saw, and Christchurch United sharing the spoils. Well, the Phoenix Reserves with about just over inside the second half for this one. 1-0 up against Melville United, Cashmere Technical and Wellington Olympic to kick off 2:30 later this afternoon from English Park in Christchurch. Well, as we said, Birkenhead and Auckland City sitting top of the table after 3 games in the National League Championship. A good spread across from 3rd to 6th there between Auckland United and Cashmere Technical. The Miramar Rangers lifting themselves off the bottom of the table with that 1-1 draw. Melville United yet to register a point.
Addison, in wayward pass, Hirano intercepts that on that occasion. Garcia, Hirano now, 1-on-1. Here's Hirano. Oh, great footwork. And it's in. It is a goal from Hirano. Well, thought that one may get away from her, but she did choose to find the back of the net on that occasion. Lena Hirano. A bit of pressure paying off for Western Springs.
And here is Tade with Howison sweeping forward. This is looking likely here for Auckland City. Howison early ball in, and there is the goal, beautifully done. Ryan de Vries opens the scoring. Superb combinations from the attacking trio. Only takes one moment of brilliance and everything can change again. And this is looking better. Nice little play here. This is beautiful from Birkenhead. And just as I talk, up the Miramar Rangers defence, Birkenhead United break it down, and Alex Connor McLean has got Birkenhead United's second goal, and it was a cracker.
Good pressure too from Jackson. Here she is again. The second chance, and it's a goal. Suburbs have struck straight back against Northern Rovers this afternoon. Devon Jackson.
Gullet into the right foot. Beautiful pass. Jack Henry Sinclair's onside.
Nice goal.
That's a brilliant finish by Jack Henry Sinclair. One of the most exciting players in the National League Championship. And Wellington Olympic doubled the lead.
And that is tough to keep doing that. That's why it's so important to score when you get those chances.
And there is the goal at the other end of the pitch, and it's Adam Mitchell. What a last and dramatic 5 minutes we have just seen here at Kiwi Tia Street. Adam Mitchell shrugging free of his marker.
Suburbs can settle again. Yoshida again opens her body up so well. Allows her to play that one first time. A shot from Yoshida, and it's a goal. Michaela Foster could not get that to that one. And Saki Yoshida, the third goal for Eastern Suburbs this afternoon. Well worked goal from Yoshida.
Not let it rattle in, and here's a chance for them made it ice it. Great ball, and they have iced it. Well, the visitors are going to steal the win here. Dane Schnell has got the fourth goal, and it was a beauty as well.
Gould goes forward, and now it's Randall with an opportunity to redeem himself. And oh, it's off the underside of the bar. Now Bazooka scores. And it's 3-0 to Wellington Olympic. And just a moment ago, where Bazookas was shaking his head in disappointment, he's now congratulating Randall. And Wellington Olympic in total control at Gower Park.
Devon Jackson again, what can she do to put a nail in the coffin? Surely.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
There it is. Devon Jackson, hat-trick for Eastern Suburbs. What a performance she has had today. Goal scoring, setting up, all over the pitch.
Now Gould. All Melville players taken away. Now Jack Henry Sinclair. Away down the right-hand side, Bazookas unmarked, and that is 4-0. Beautiful goal by Wellington Olympic. Jack Henry Sinclair, chief provider, and Gianni Bazookas with a lovely finish. Dylan Hobson with the corner kick. Flipped into the near post, and it's won by Birkenhead, and it's in the back of the net. It's Dino Bonica. The home side sees the initiative just before the hour mark, to the delight of the Shepherds Park crowd.
One-on-one with Ulavili does well. And on target, what a strike. Petra Buick. Fantastic strike. What a run from the substitute. Thoroughly deserved too. She's been quite the star for Canterbury since she's been on, trying to force things. What a fantastic strike by her.
There's a chance now for the Springs on the break, and this could well be the first goal of the game. There's no flag here. And the goal is tucked away by the American Sofia Garcia. And out of nothing, just as I was saying, Harry, that they really weren't firing too many shots, Southern will be very disappointed at how easily they let Garcia in around the back. Almost opened things up. First goal of the game. This might be another chance. Canham again shoots a little weakly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, it's almost going to script that after all the great chances, it's a scuffed shot that bounces awfully for Jesse Barnard, who doesn't adjust. And the opening goal of the game goes not unexpectedly to Danielle Canham, but certainly in a most unexpected fashion. Dyer will win the race here with Woolley. More confusion though. Southern with a chance now to get back in the match, and they have. Diaz, well, you talk about Southern gifting chances for Western Springs. That is absolutely handed on a plate. Real confusion. Western Springs at the heart of their defence, and Margarita Diaz does not need a second invite. Well, they've been gifted possession here, Colby. This comes in towards the far post, and in fact it's in the back of the net. Well, that is surprising in the sense that Southern looked as though that was completely under control. But all they've done is stand and watch Sofia Garcia grab her second goal. It's poor defending by Southern. Garcia is gleeful in accepting the header at the far post.
Nicely done by Joe Poole, and Raboka has managed to find his way past one opponent. He's got Wilkinson just to his left, who's lined up the shot. Oh, that's a fine finish! What a goal by Eddie Wilkinson. Set up by Raboka. Christchurch back in business.
Hectic. If they do, that Buick with their left foot.
Yep. Ball.
Oh, lovely
Oh,
ball. And
it's
it's in!
It is in!
And they're racing the ball back to halfway. They've got...
Welcome back to Medill's Farm here in Kohimaramara for round 5 action. Just about to start the second half here between Eastern Suburbs and Southern United. The goal from Juliet Lucas there to secure the lead for Suburbs midway through the first half. Southern have finished the half very well actually. They created a couple of chances and actually closed down Southern in the middle. Eastern Suburbs a lot in the middle of the park.
Yeah, a little bit more tighter defending, which makes Eastern Suburbs have to do a little bit more. So created some chances for Southern. Taylor O'Brien is still on for Eastern Suburbs, so went down with their ankle injury. Yoshida.
With Stephen Hoyle, you think that they're the most, I guess, out of the two coaches, they're probably the most disappointed they weren't able to extend that lead.
Yeah, well, he's a very attacking-minded coach, isn't he? And he would love to see a lot more goals coming out of the Suburbs camp today and finish off their chances and create a few more chances. So at halftime, probably just said, look, we can control the game. How about we put the foot on the pedal and see if we can get something happening up in the attacking third, get some more goals. Put this one to bed, perhaps.
From a Southern perspective, I think Graham Small will be much the same as the way they've finished the sort of the last 10 or 15 minutes in that first half, right?
Yeah, I think he'll be happy with, like I said before, just adding that extra pressure on it at the end of that first half. They were pushing up higher and pressing on Suburbs a little bit more. been able to create something a little bit more.
Here's Whitaker. Jessica Fuller's led the line well for Southern
Morton
so far this half.
finding Prince, but not able to capitalise on that one.
Devin Jackson now. Amy Atkins looking to find Juliet Lucas. She is onside. Lucas 1-2 with Jackson inside the box. Juliet Lucas.
And Kennard just coming across, covering that run of Hannah Mackay-Wright very well and not allowing anything to happen, although has gone out for a corner, which Devin Jackson will, as a throw-in, sorry.
So Amy Atkins right and by the corner flag there. Here's Van Dort just here, but into the feet of O'Brien. Van Dort now brought into action. She crossed, but offside against Amy Atkins, I think, on that return pass from O'Brien. Chance for Hannah Mackay-Wright now to clear the lines for Southern. Get them pushed up. Fuller again using her physicality to try and upset the Suburbs midfield. Ball forward into Fuller again. She does well, doesn't she, Jessica Fuller? First touch with pressure, back to goal. Does quite well for to lead the line for Southern. As we see again, as we saw in the first half, that wind from left to right on your screen.
Yeah, that became a 100-yard sprinting race between Van Dort and Prince. I mean, Prince has got some wheels on her for sure. You want to use that in this with the wind going with them. Use that speed of Prince to get on behind the back players of Suburbs. If you can get the ball in behind them and the speed of her.
Tony Power now looking for feet. Jasmine Prince. Fuller dispossessed. It's forward to Juliet Lucas. Nice ball back to O'Brien. Second runner, Devin Jackson, looking for the ball through the middle.
Throw in for Southern in their attacking third. Tony Power to take that throw in.
She had a marvellous strike in the first half, didn't she? Tony Power making that overlapping run down the right. Found by Chelsea Whitaker.
Prince. Power will knock this one in, but it only goes as far as Eastern Suburbs defenders O'Brien. But here's Rankin.
Suburbs do well to scramble that one clear. Good pressure though from Southern United.
Still in.
Tony Power looking to find Chelsea Whitaker at the far post, but again that wind's going to push that one close to the goal line. Van Dort now. It is quite difficult to clear into the wind. Brooke Bennett hasn't had a hell of a lot to do in the first half, although there was that shot from Tony Power. And a bit scrappy at the moment between Eastern Suburbs and Southern.
Blackler just bringing it forward, finding Wong. Back to Head.
Blackler getting involved again. She's had a good start to the second half. Devin Jackson now gets you turn and one-on-one with Kennard.
Atkins.
Ball from Amy Atkins across the face of goal. No one running into making that near post run for Suburbs. Did well there, Amy Atkins, to get that one across. Well, Charlotte Wilford-Carroll just come off that one, quite unfortunate. Just that bounce, that challenge there.
I think one clash to the shin, maybe. Or
Yeah, she saw, okay, no need for the physio, but physio's on, so she has to, we see just a, yeah, I think you're right there, Maya, just a clash with Abby Rankin. So Beth Rattray to get this one underway. Power looking forward now. She pick out a blue shirt. She's looking for the run of Jasmine Prince. But again, the ball needs to be at feet, doesn't it, Maya? In these sort of conditions, when you're trying to play 20 or 30-yard ball.
yeah, and you don't want to have Prince running after those ones all day. Otherwise, she'll run out of gas when it matters the most.
Power finding the feet. Prince can't get it under control. Amy Atkins working hard, using those futsal skills again, just with the sole of the foot to bring that one across her body. Beautifully done. Nice turn from Power as well. Jackson getting that one under control.
Tidied up by Mackay Wright.
Whitaker now looking for the runner Prince, trying to get in behind Van Dort. You can see the pace of Jasmine Prince, as you mentioned a couple of times this afternoon, Maya, but that ball needs to be measured to a T to give her a chance if it's played into space for her to run onto. Just with that breeze from left to right, it is a bit of a nuisance. Oh, was that a corner? Come off Lily White's defender? Yes, it has.
Yep. Abby Rankin did well, able to get a corner there for Southern. And this is their second corner, where Fuller will hopefully whip that one in, similar to what she did before.
I think it was Jasmine Prince, wasn't it, in the first half that got on the end of a Jessica Fuller corner. Here we go. It's to the far post. Oh, Kelsey Kennard there.
That was a
chance, Maya?
It was a chance,
do you think?
I think, and you need a little bit more of an attacking mindset onto that.
I actually think she believed that she could get on the end of that. We see this ball from Kennard. Yeah, just I think it might have been just the advancing Brooke Bennett may have just put her off a bit there. Nonetheless, Blackler now down the right-hand side for Suburbs. Looking for O'Brien. Taylor O'Brien finding the feet of Devon Jackson. Now we've got Amy Atkins with a bit of space. Cultured left foot Atkins, but just the quality on that cross not to the desired outcome for Amy Atkins.
Yeah, she would have been looking to put that into the 6-yard box for the oncoming Taylor O'Brien, but not quite getting her body around enough to whip it across that 6-yard box.
As we said at the top of the game, Southern United come into this game with only 3 subs on the bench. Amelia Simmons is obviously the goalkeeper. Freya Partridge-Moore and Megan Leslie, the only 2 outfield players available for Graham Small. So it's been a watered down squad for a number of different reasons.
Lucas finding Wilford Carroll. Yoshida finding Jackson.
Oh, she does well.
Jackson pushing through. Has a
one
shot. Just wide.
She did well to let that one run across her body, didn't she? And put herself in a position. That one did just lovely bit of skill to let that one run across your body. You know, that one touch, the next touch you're striking on goal. So nice bit of work from Devon Jackson.
Yeah, it's textbook, isn't it? When you're getting the ball to roll onto your outside foot, to run onto it, so you don't have to stop in your tracks.
O'Brien. Again, Southern defender standing off her, looking for Yoshida. Kai Wright clearing that one for Southern. Van Dort now, as they've done for most of the first half at least, Suburbs look very confident at the back. Rachel Head and Blackler. Blackler now with a bit of space in front of her. Rolls it into Lucas, gets it back. Oh, looking for Lucas again, but Juliet Lucas was on a different wavelength. Prince looking to pick it up, but Yoshida picking up the loose ball. Forced back by Chelsea Whitaker.
It's a little bit better there by Southern, just really challenging the Suburbs player a little bit more to make them force them to play back rather than facing forward and looking forward, and allowing her defence to pop up a little bit and be a little bit more compact. Again, right idea, but that wind means that's rolling pretty fast, and even Prince can't get onto that. She's got hands up on her head.
She's quick, but she's not that quick, right? Bit of space now for Wilfred Carroll in the middle of the park to bring this one out. Power now, looking for the feet of Jessica Fuller. Prince onside, Blackler keeping her onside. Trying to use her body and her pace around Amy Atkins, but does she win a corner? I don't think she does, no. So Brooke Bennett able to start this one from the back, as they've done for most of the afternoon for the Lily Whites. Wayward pass from Blackler though.
Wilson battling with Wong there. Blackler finds Yoshida.
You see the flags in the background, so it's still quite a breeze from left to right on your screen, and behind Southern United. As Beth Rattray says, well, that's a free kick. Chelsea Whitaker and Charlotte Wilfred Carroll, as we see a substitution from Stephen Hoyle. So we see Taylor O'Brien with that, obviously that injury that she's picked up. Nicole Metum coming on. As we see that sort of foul from Charlotte Whitaker.
And we have
Who have we got, Mike?
Amy Atkins coming off, and Nicole Cooper, number 19, coming on.
Well, double substitution for Stephen Hoyle.
And O'Brien, as you said, on for Nicole Metum. Nicole Metum on. O'Brien will...
Straight swap for Metum for O'Brien, you think? She'll go up front, more into a more of attacking midfield role.
Yeah, Nicole Metum, both her and Cooper, both attacking players.
So obviously Stephen Hoyle looking to try and create a bit more opportunity in front of goal. They've just failed to have that cutting edge when they've had most of a lot of possession in the middle of the park, but particularly in the first half, they had a number of Little half chances falling to the likes of Taylor O'Brien and Juliet Lucas. Just not able to find that final pass or shot on goal. Yoshida battling well. Wins a free kick, plays it quickly.
Jackson plays it through, looking for Wong. Can Wong get there? Not quite. See fullbacks pushing up now for Eastern Suburbs, or looking for those fullbacks to push on.
Yeah, how do you, if you're Graham Small, Maya, what kind of, I mean, you've got very limited options on the bench. Do you kind of persist? Do you change your formation so to push more players forward? That obviously leaves you a bit exposed at the back, but you're now chasing the game.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard space to be in when you've only got a couple of subs. Do you stick with your 11 that you started with? Probably as long as you could, I'd say.
Oh.
You're doing a fairly good job.
Lovely bit
skills.
of work from Metum.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Great bit of skill.
Coley, they call her. Nicole Metum. Lovely to see her back in the game after some time out. We mentioned last week. Really great character as well. Came and visited me quite a few times at Physio Mags. Mags Physio.
I'm sure quite a few of the girls will be coming to visit you.
Just for a yarn, really. Just for a yarn.
Yeah, I was there 2 weeks ago, actually.
That's
Saw
right.
your counterpart.
Hobbled in with your calf strain.
Bit of work on the Achilles, that's right. I think it's just old age, Maya.
Do you want a book? I've written one. It's how to deal with middle age. It's for women, but hey.
Am I in the middle, am I?
The middle of the middle.
Van Dort now restart this one for Suburbs, just in front of the dugouts. To the head of Metum. Coming back Prince.
As always, when you make a couple of substitutions, it sometimes disrupts the flow of the team. Until they get their bearings, it's a little hard to come on at this point of the game and really fit into the flow. I'm sure they won't take long. There's one of them there, Metum, finding Wilfred Carroll. We've got too many touches there for Cooper.
Yeah, looking to get the ball play that one early, Nicole Cooper.
See if Prince can put some pressure on Van Dort. She's asking her keeper to come.
Taking no chances. Brooke Bennett just put her foot through that one. Many times we've seen keepers, you know, try and take a touch and those sort of, you know, with an attacker just a few feet away.
Gets a ricochet and can go in.
You get a few jitters though. You get to take a touch. Do I take another one and clear it? Oh, and all of a sudden you've taken half a touch and you've towed it to the attacker. You know.
Centre backs have those same problems. Here's Prince just getting a foot. What can she do?
She does well.
She finds Whitaker. High and wide. But utilising that wind a bit more southern just to push that ball long.
That's right. Shot on goal from Chelsea Whitaker, but they are. Look, it's 20 minutes to go. They're 1-0 down Southern. As we said, it's kind of thin pickings on the bench from a numbers perspective for Graham Small. You've got two outfield players to choose from, to pick from, and how does he try and change this? How does he try and get this goal back?
Yeah, just more pressure I see Southern are putting on, which is good to see. You can't sit back at this point of the game when you're 1-0 down and be happy for Suburbs to control the ball in front of you. You need to put the pressure on, see if they cough the ball up a little bit and capitalise on any mistakes they make.
That's good pressure from Fuller, but she needs some help. She needs some support. Well,
but it's working.
Bit of wayward pass from Brooke Bennett. looking for Van Dort. Again, another chance for Southern United to get some decent possession in the attacking third and try and at least put their Suburbs defenders under some pressure. Tony Power asked to take this one again. Close to the corner flag, you see on the right hand side of the screen. Looking for movement. Abby Rankin just can't get that one under control. It is a difficult one, throwing in that sort of angle. Breeze behind, it's bouncing you right next to the goal line. There's not a lot you can do, right, in that sort of situation.
No, she was trying to see if she could whip that one in maybe, but just the ball got away from her. It's Cooper, back to Blackler.
Choosing to get that one for a beautiful touch from Lucas. Controlling that one nicely on the chest. Van Dort. You know, Whitaker and Prince doing well to close down the passing channels for Van Dort. Met him now. Looking for Yoshida over the top. Jackson will need to play this one back. Van Dort will open out again. Good work. Nice triangles from Suburbs. Jackson now. Oh, she gets a heavy shoulder from Jasmine Prince.
Yeah, just giving a good shove there as she was breaking through. Southern doing well to press, but Jackson finding herself free to get on that ball and then barreled over.
Morton safely back to Kene. She looks to clear. Wind behind her now. Yerina Wong able to bring that one down nicely on the chest. Under no pressure. Blackler. She pick a pass. Mackay right in the way. Back to Yoshida now.
Ooh, heavy
touch from Yoshida.
Snap. Good touch to herself, Prince. Can she get onto it? No, it's rolled too fast, too far. I used to like doing 1-2s with myself, Harry, back in the day. When I was the striker, that's way back in the day. Not so much as a centre-back.
It's not something you look to do as a centre-back, play a 1-2 to yourself in those sort of areas, right? Yoshida. Suburbs just quite comfortable now, aren't they? They've, I guess, just weathered that little bit of a storm from Southern earlier on. But with it is very difficult with the wind in the back. Quite often it's quite easier to play into the wind, right? But again, wind behind you, again, any distance anywhere from around the 18-yard, you tend to go, well, I'm going to have a go. The wind behind me.
Nice foot there by Rose Morton. And Southern throw in.
Just inside 76 minutes here at Medill's Farm in Kohimaramara. Eastern Suburbs hosting Southern United, and it's the Lily Whites with a 1-goal lead so far. Juliet Lucas with her 4th goal of the season, putting the Lily Whites ahead at half-time.
Van Dort, a little bit of space, asking Yoshida to go, but doesn't quite connect.
Good tussle then, Van Dort and there's Mackay right. Handball from maybe from Fuller, but the referee has blown for a handball there.
Yoshida back to Van Dort. Might look to switch it out here from through the midfield. Oh, heavy touch by Devon Jackson. Yoshida able to get it back, but lovely tackle there by Rose Morton.
Yeah, she's had a solid game in the middle of the park for Southern. Rose Morton.
Yeah, it's her third year as captain for Southern. And great leadership there in the middle, leading by example.
Nicole Cooper doing well. Erina Wong with a looping cross to Lucas, looking to bring it down on her chest. Jackson, was it Cooper, I think, finds its way to Metum now with a touch from Cole Metum and a strike. Good block from Tony Power, and she gets up and gets that one clear. It's not going to go out though. Devon Jackson just looking for a throw-in or a corner off Jasmine Prince. Metum looking at the feet of Devon Jackson. A cross in, no one across the near post again for Suburbs, and it's easy for Hannay. Just saying, let's just slow things down here. Let's keep our shape. Oh, Prince, it's a heavy touch inside. It's a turn possession over the middle of the park, but he's looking for Jessica Fuller, looking to head that one onto herself. Brooke Bennett will let one go over the line.
Yeah, Rose Morton doing a good job, able to pick up those pieces in the middle for Southern, but unfortunately hitting Fuller there, but Fuller's got no one behind her to run onto that ball.
Suburbs looking to get the ball early, quickly now. Chelsea Whitaker, she's had a good game in the middle of the park as well for Southern, but Van Dort intercepts that one. Too long for Nicole Metum. I think she gave that one up after a couple of strides.
Energy saving tactics.
She works hard though to try and dispossess Jasmine Prince. Fuller and Van Dort again. Tony Power and Devon Jackson. Jackson pushing hard, using her body well. Devon Jackson and skipping past Rose Morton, holding off Tony Power. Blackler again recycling the ball. Good possession from her. That one off Jasmine Prince.
Wilfred Carroll not happy with herself there.
10 minutes to go, plus stoppages. What does Graham Small do now? Does he have to look to his bench to try and change something, surely? Maya, do you think he's quite happy with the 11 on the park is going to try and get themselves back into this game? Nicole Cooper working well, working hard. Nicole Metum keeping that one in. Cooper again getting the return pass. Inside to Yoshida, can't find her.
Van Dort just looking for some feet of Rachel Head. Pushing forward, find
Substitution for Eastern Suburbs. So Stephen Hoyle going to the bench again.
So we've got Juliet Lucas coming off with Jade Paris coming on. Straight swap there. And then we've got Charlotte Wilfred Carroll coming out. And Kenya Brooke, number 12, coming on.
Needs to be just straight swaps, wouldn't they, Myra? I think Kenya Kenya Brooks she's slotted in at centre back, so Whitaker full of battling hard as she has done for most of the afternoon. Yoshida now turning inside, just inside Rankin.
Southern still putting that good pressure on, which means that Suburbs is hitting passes that aren't quite getting to where they want them to go. But again, that wind is playing a part in this half for Southern, not quite able to capitalise on getting that ball back.
Blackler now. Can you bring that one out from the back? In a wayward pass into midfield. Yoshida though tidies it up for the Lily Whites. Devon Jackson on the turn. She finds herself in that pocket more often than not, doesn't she, Devon Jackson, where she's able to let the ball roll across her body, and she's next touch she's running towards goal.
Yeah, she does it so well, and in tight spaces as well, which is where you need to do it, because you don't have time to have a touch in tight spaces.
Cooper now. Oh, it's a bit too close to Tony Power. She can only clear it as far as Nicole Metum now inside the box. Nicole Metum, good defending from.
Well cut back by Metum, but just a little bit behind her oncoming strikers.
Can Southern break forward now? Jasmine Prince using her pace. So Kenya Brook. Kenya Brook. More like a basketball player. Very tall. Nice touch from Suburbs. Good build-up play. Oh,
nice touch
Jade
by
Paris just leaves it short. Dorp pressing forward, looking for that second goal to possibly put it out of reach of Southern United. 6 minutes to go plus stoppages. Is Graham Smale going to go to his bench anytime soon, Maya, do you think? I think he'll make a change, try and change something in the dying stage of this one.
He might have one last throw of the dice with someone on his bench, just to add some fresh legs, as they are pressing more than they have been, so they'll be a little tired coming into this last 5 minutes of the game. Metum putting a ball through, trying to find Paris.
Mackay right there, getting the better of Devon Jackson. Everyone just seemed to stop there. I think they were possibly looking for a free kick or getting the ball out. Jackson needs some attention. Metum's going to carry on playing though. Plans for handball there from the Suburbs player. Kelsey Kennard with her arms raised when she brought that one under control. Devon Jackson can get some attention now. Well, she's had done a lot of running this afternoon. Devon Jackson, 5 goals already scored this season. She's part of that deadly trio up front for Eastern Suburbs. Juliet Lewis and Taylor O'Brien already having a rest this afternoon. Early substitutions, those two. Morton, as she's done for most of this one, just breaking up play in the middle of the park for Southern.
And Suburbs looks like they're playing more of a 4-3-3. Well, Rachel Head's just dropped into the midfield there.
Yeah, head into midfield, and substitute Kenya Brook is slotted at centre back.
Here's Cooper making a run forward. looking for Jackson, who can't quite get on the ball as she was already on the front foot running forward.
Well, that's unfortunate for Southern. It's broken down. Nicole Metum now. A lot of time to pick across and pick a white shirt out. There's no one there for Suburbs. Jade Paris nearly got on the end of that one. Tony Powell getting it clear again. Fuller holding up well, looking for
There's Wilson.
Gemma Wilson now. And Brooke does extremely well to snuff out that chance from Gemma Wilson.
Head pushing forward, finding Jackson. Paris to Wong. Well,
oh, we're on a Wong. That one just, I think, is bubbling in front of her.
Here goes Prince with her speed. Can she keep it in? Not able to get around Van Dort.
Well, Graham Smale is going to go to his bench. Maya, Megan Leslie, number 15, coming on for number 23, Gemma Wilson. So some fresh legs for Southern. Perhaps Megan Leslie can change this for Southern United in the last closing stages of this one here at Medill's Farm. They're looking for that equalising goal. They've done so well this afternoon. Just to keep what would be the favourites coming to this one, Eastern Suburbs, given their record so far. 4 wins from 4. Yoshida now. Jeez. Power. Can she pick out someone? Looking for the run of Fuller, but not on the same wavelength. Yeah, she's had a good game too, Jessica Fuller. She looks tired though. She's done a lot of running, done a lot of work up front for Southern. She's actually come back on numerous occasions and picked up, you know, received the ball in the middle of the park as well. So
Yeah.
a very good game.
Yeah, end to end for her at times, so. But she's a good presence for Southern up the top there just to find. But not always having the support she needs around her when she does get found.
Yeah, she has been isolated at times, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Just Southern just ain't able to get players forward quick enough to support her. And Dort. Metum. She's had a number of good touches, Nicole Metum. Some tidy feet from her as well. Good close control. Looking for Paris now. Yoshida looking to put Paris back into the game. Can't find her though. Blackler first to that loose ball. What can Paris do now? She's looking for, well, it's an under-hit pass, trying to find Erin Wong out wide. As we said, not a lot of options for Graham Smale this afternoon. He's had a number of changes to his squad due to the availability of some players, but they've done ever so well this afternoon. Conceding that first half goal. They've created a couple of nice chances, but we're just lacking a little bit of quality in that attacking third and getting players forward to support Jessica Fuller at times.
Paris finding Wong. Rachel Head in the middle there, finding Van Dort, who's stepped up. Finds Metum. Looking for some movement from her players. She's not seen as much as she'd like, I don't think. Nicole Metum putting it into the mixer. Can
Oh, looking for Jade Paris.
Paris score? She's pretty good with the boot.
Gee, she did well there, Jade Paris, didn't she? Because it looked like she tried to control it on her chest, and her touch just took her wide, but she swiveled and got that one on target. We see the ball here from Meta, just on her chest from Jade Paris, but she was able to squeeze the shot into the near post there of Kate Hannay.
Yeah, she's been a goal scorer of the year a couple of years back. Jade Paris, always handy in front of goal.
Brooke now looking to get this one going quickly. Ball didn't go in, I think. No. Ret Tracy's play on.
Hannah Mackay-Wright.
Oh, nice bit of skill too there from Hannah Mackay-Wright. Can they get the ball onto Jessica Fuller potentially? This is a chance for Southern United. Wind behind them as well.
You should go for a crack.
Well, that is an ambitious effort. If that was either a shot or maybe a miss-hit cross potentially, or trying to find Jessica Fuller. That would have been, I thought, the best bet, to just lob it into the box and get your centre backs or someone like Jessica Fuller onto that one. But nonetheless, Suburbs able to bring it out over halfway now with Devon Jackson. Fuller running as usual. Just to slow that one down now. Brooke. Into feet of Cooper. Outside, here's Erin Wong now to the far post, just too far for Yoshida. Right idea from Suburbs though. Good run from midfield from the Japanese player.
Yeah, well worked from midfield out to the wide right there for Erina to whip it in, but a little bit too far ahead for Yoshida to capitalise on that one.
Eastern Suburbs.
Brooke.
Brooke now, substitute for Suburbs in the second half. Another substitute there, Jay Paris to met him, also a substitute in the second half. So the Subs getting a lot of touches in the second half. Devon Jackson now trying to find some space for a shot or a pass into Erin Wong. She chops it back to Devon Jackson. She's held up by Rankin. Whoop. Play on, says referee Rattray. Erin Wong can see this one into the box. Back to Jackson now. They'll try and work something on this right-hand side, Suburbs. Erin Wong now, but too close to Kate Hannay.
So 3 minutes of extra time added on to the second half.
Prince now, oh, that's just a tired touch from Jasmine Prince.
Yes, she's looking very tired, done a lot of running today, especially in the second half, trying to get onto that long ball through, but that wind has played a part in pushing it a little too far forward for her.
Closing stages here at Medill's Farm. Eastern Suburbs just looking to slow this one down. They'll throw into the corner. Cooper. Looking for a free kick. Referee says play on. Rose Morton then again battling away as she's done for 90 minutes so far for Southern United. She's led this team very well out of the middle of the park, Rose Morton. Mackay Wright closing down. Met him, looking to get the ball clear, only as far as Yoshida. She was looking possibly Devon Jackson there, but again possibly a tired cross from Salama Yoshida. This is where Southern start pushing players up now. Let's try and close Suburbs down in this half and turn possession over.
Blackler taking her time.
That one hasn't gone in, I think, from Blackler. Take it again, says Beth Rattray. She gets another chance to get this one into play. Down the line again from Blackler. Time to turn now for Nicole Cooper.
Jackson facing forward, finds Wong out on the right there, but dispossessed. Whitaker looking forward, see if she can find Prince, but again, too far forward.
Yeah, too straight as well, isn't it? I mean, that needed that diagonal run in behind from Prince potentially. Rankin picks up the loose ball in midfield. Is this chance for Southern to get players forward now? Chelsea Whitaker trying to find a bit of room to send that one into the box. Morton now. They need to get the ball forward, do Southern. Here it comes. Straight to a white shirt, unfortunately for Southern. Metum now bringing it out for Eastern Suburbs. Devon Jackson just on the halfway line. Metum looking for the return pass, and her pace can't get her there.
Southern just under a minute to see if they can do something.
Well, it's just ran out of time. Have Southern United unable to find an equaliser here at Medill's Farm against Eastern Suburbs. First half goal to Juliet Lucas, separating these two teams. In the end, it was Eastern Suburbs running out too strong for Southern United. Full time here at Medill's Farm. Eastern Suburbs running out winners 1-0. Well, Maya, they battled hard, didn't they? Southern, just again, as we talked in that last, not enough quality going forward, and they battled well and did extremely well to keep Suburbs to 1 goal, but just unable to find that quality up front to either finish a strike on goal or creating chances.
Yeah, they in the end they were pressing really well. They didn't let Suburbs have as much time to do stuff with the ball, and were able to disrupt them a little bit more, but just, again, didn't have that quality final pass, or just couldn't quite get on the end of a ball that was put through. And look, I would have loved to seen Southern with their full strength team here today and see what would have happened. But they can be proud of themselves and walk away with only 1 goal from this team that's been very, very good in front of goal leading up to this 5th round. But again, Eastern Suburbs unbeaten in the 5th round, but Southern can hold their heads high, I feel.
Indeed they can, Maya, as we have a look at the results to round off round 5 in the National Women's Championship. Rovers running out 4-1 against Canterbury. We saw that Goalfest, Capital Football and Auckland United sharing the spoils. 8 goals in that game. So exciting, that one. Eastern Suburbs, as we've seen, too strong for Southern United. And potentially a surprise there, Maya, for that one. Western Springs, Central Football Western Springs, also very, very strong side, going down to Wellington and running a 1-1 draw there, sharing the spoil, Central Football and Western Springs.
I think they're just halfway through that game, so but Central, I think that will be their first goal.
As we look at the standings, as you said, with that game still to go, Eastern Suburbs, 5 from 5, 100% record for the Lily Whites. Western Springs could close in on them with their result this afternoon. Northern Rovers and Canterbury rounding off the top 4. Southern United, Auckland United, keeping in touch. Capital and Central just a little bit off the pace after 5 games. Well, in contrast, I think went to round 3 with the
the men's competition. Yes, we are. Birkenhead United and Auckland City, Central United, Auckland City, sharing a draw, or sharing the points there at Shepherds Park. Napier City so too, Napier City Rovers and Miramar Rangers. And gee, let's round it off. It's a trifecta. Draws all around in round 3 of the National Men's Championship there. At the moment, Phoenix Reserves and Melville United. That is a final result there. Obviously, the Wellington Phoenix, the A-League side, kicks off later on this afternoon against Central Coast Mariners. Cashmere Technical and Wellington Olympic currently playing out a 0-0 draw at the moment. That game in progress at English Park in Christchurch. Well, currently the table has Birkenhead sitting on top, apart from crosstown rivals Auckland City and Auckland United. Napier City Rovers and Wellington Olympic sort of closing out the top 5 there. Cashmere Technical, the two teams from Christchurch there, locked in at 6th and 7th with some points there. And Phoenix Reserves, obviously Melville United and Miramar Rangers securing their first points with that draw earlier on in this round. Well, thank you for joining us this afternoon for round 5 action here from the National Women's Championship. Eastern Suburbs too strong for Southern United. On behalf of everyone here at Sky Sport Next and Maya Jackman, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.